Today we have new information about an ancient lost city that was just found by modern-day archaeologists. This city has been hiding for many, many years, and now some of its secrets are being revealed. What secrets are these? How old is this city, and how did it manage to hide itself from the world? What do archaeologists know about it now, and what do they still want to find out? These are the questions we'll answer in today's video. So get ready to be amazed. The ruins of an ancient city were recently discovered in Israel. The findings suggest the city was deserted around 100-200 years ago, though recent excavations indicate human activity at the site may date back as far as 3,000 years. The research team used non-invasive technologies such as digital terrain modeling, which helps map sites without archaeologists having to physically dig at the location. They also used magnetometry, which measures variations in the Earth's magnetic field to identify buried objects or structures. Together, these technologies helped the researchers locate the remains of 7 buildings, including what might have been a palace and a large public structure like a courthouse. The area of the settlement covers roughly 40 acres, making it relatively small compared to other contemporary cities. But why is it important? Because this city managed to hide itself from the world for thousands of years, and now experts are working hard to uncover all its secrets. But let's take things one step at a time. First, let's talk about where the city is located. You see, these ruins are situated in the northern Negev desert, near the Israeli towns of Ofakim and Dimona, close to the Gaza Strip border. The region has been inhabited since the Bronze Age, but the most significant activity dates back to the Kingdom of Judah. And the city you see before you is called Tel Saf. It dates back to the 10th century BC and was abandoned sometime during the Muslim period between the 7th and 11th centuries AD. Tel Saf remained hidden for so long because it's located in a remote area away from major population centers. Plus, the city isn't mentioned in any historical records, leaving little trace of its existence. And here's another interesting fact. The city was first identified in the early 20th century, but no further investigations were conducted until now. That's right. The archaeological site was known to the Bedouin tribes who inhabited the Negev desert, but it wasn't formally recognized until 1933 when aerial photographs revealed the tell, which is the mound of earth that often indicates a former settlement. In the mid-2000s, researchers revisited the site and uncovered fragments of Judean pottery dating back to the 7th century BC. This suggests that Tel Saf might have been occupied during the Second Temple period when the Kingdom of Judah flourished. However, the exact timeline and significance of the city remain uncertain. In 2023, archaeologists from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem returned to Tel Saf, hoping to shed light on its history. They focused on 2 distinct periods, the time of the Kingdom of Judah in the Iron Age and the early Islamic period, which saw the city's abandonment. And so far, they have succeeded. And now let's move on to the next. What secrets has the city given up? One of the most remarkable discoveries at Tel Saf was the identification of the city's founder. According to the Bible, King David conquered Jerusalem in the 10th century BC and made it the capital of his kingdom. However, historical evidence suggests that David didn't rule over the entire region. Instead, his control was limited to the central hilltop and nearby lowland areas. This is where Tel Saf fits in as one of the few cities in the northern Negev desert that was established during David's reign. Its strategic location at the crossroads of regional trade routes highlights its importance in connecting the various parts of the kingdom. Another intriguing aspect of Tel Saf is its religious significance. The Bible mentions that David sent his general Joab to conquer Rehob, a town believed to be Tel Saf. During the initial campaign, Joab's troops encountered fierce resistance, resulting in heavy losses. When David learned that the Israelites were suffering due to the ongoing war, he instructed Joab to lay siege to the city. Eventually, Rehob fell, possibly because its water supply was cut off, as indicated by the biblical account. Today, Archaeologists have found evidence of a ritual bath, a place where people would wash themselves before religious ceremonies, indicating that the city's inhabitants adhered to Jewish law and customs. What else have the experts found out? Well, another exciting discovery at Tel Tsaf is the identification of one of the buildings as a palace. Researchers believe it might have served as the residence of an official or a local lord rather than a royal palace belonging to a king. The palace features thick walls, suggesting both defensive and representative functions. It's adorned with painted plaster, remnants of a luxurious lifestyle enjoyed by the elite class. The discovery of a seal impression bearing the name Gedaliah adds intrigue, as Gedaliah was a prominent figure who acted as governor of Judah after the destruction of Jerusalem by the Babylonians. The palace's layout includes a courtyard surrounded by rooms used for administrative tasks, storage, and possibly even living quarters. While there's no direct evidence of royal lineage among the palace's inhabitants, its grandeur and strategic location suggest that whoever resided there held significant authority and influence. Now let's talk about the city's later history and its ties to Islam. Sometime between the 7th and 8th centuries AD, the city was abandoned. Historians speculate that the Muslim conquest of the region led to the city's decline, although no concrete evidence supports this theory. During the Islamic period, Tel Tsaf became an anonymous desert settlement without any particular architectural, technological, or typological characteristics. This suggests that the city's inhabitants were not deeply invested in their surroundings and might have been more concerned with their own safety. The shift from the Kingdom of Judah to the Muslim era marked a significant change in the region's political landscape, and contributed to the transformation of Tel Tsaf from a prominent settlement to an unassuming desert town. Moving on, archaeologists are now trying to understand why exactly the city was built in the first place. To answer that question, they've been exploring the surrounding area and looking for clues. They found that the city is situated approximately 12 miles north of the Beersheba Valley, an area known for its rich agricultural resources. The proximity to the valley suggests that the city's inhabitants benefited from the fertile lands and abundant water supply. In contrast, Tel Tsaf itself is located on the edge of a flat-topped mountain, making it unsuitable for agriculture. This geographical feature implies that the city might have served as a kind of outpost or military checkpoint to protect the trade routes passing through the region. The strategic placement at the intersection of north-south and east-west caravan routes suggests that controlling access to these routes was paramount. This hypothesis is supported by the city's defensive capabilities. Tel Tsaf boasts impressive fortifications, including a thick wall made of small stones and a deep moat measuring up to 16 feet wide and 10 feet deep. These defensive structures indicate that the city's residents anticipated potential threats and took measures to ensure their safety. The city's founders likely chose this location due to its natural defensibility, enabling them to establish a secure outpost along the crucial trade routes. As for how the city looked back then, unfortunately, not much is known about the city's appearance during the Kingdom of Judah. Its size, architectural style, and specific urban planning features remain unclear due to limited archaeological evidence. However, scholars estimate that it had modest proportions compared to larger cities in the region. Most of the city's houses are ordinary single-room structures made of mud, brick, and stone, typical of rural settlements at the time. The absence of grand palaces or monumental structures suggests that Tel Tsaf was probably a small provincial town rather than a major urban center. Nonetheless, the city's strategic location and role as a potential military outpost make it an intriguing subject of archaeological investigation. It's possible that future excavations will uncover additional insights into the city's appearance and daily life during the Kingdom of Judah. By studying the architecture, pottery, and other artifacts found at Tel Tsaf, researchers hope to reconstruct a more complete picture of what life was like in this ancient desert town. Finally, let's address the elephant in the room. Some people are saying that the discovery of Tel Tsaf vindicates the biblical account of King David conquering Rehob. However, it's important to approach this topic with sensitivity and respect for different perspectives. For those who believe in the historicity of the Bible, the discovery of Tel Tsaf may indeed provide archaeological support for the biblical account of David's conquests. On the other hand, those who do not share this belief may view the discovery as an opportunity to study the archaeological record in the context of the broader historical narrative of the region. It's crucial to recognize that archaeological findings can be interpreted in various ways, and that different perspectives should be respected and discussed openly and with sensitivity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to stay updated on our latest discoveries. We'd love to have you join our community of history enthusiasts.